I feel like the world of makeup artistry in general has completely changed. A lot of people call themselves a makeup artist now. Mainly people who do like just really nice makeup on themselves. And listen, makeup is absolutely a form of artistry. And perhaps the definition of what a makeup artist is changing. A makeup artist used to be somebody who could create makeup looks on everyone, different ranges of other people, and now it's kind of like somebody who just does really nice makeup on themselves. Whereas the term professional makeup artist is more like the people that, you know, work as a working makeup artist and do makeup on other people. I've seen like people with Instagram accounts who are very, very young who are like, I'm a makeup artist. It's like, you're not. One thing that's always been a battle in my mind, and as somebody who has gone from a professional makeup artist to essentially an influencer, is the difference. What is the difference? That's not really the subject of this video, but they used to be very separate and now they're kind of like congealing together. For example, there are makeup artists in the industry, the makeup industry, who are extremely, extremely well known and don't have like thousands, if not hundreds of followers on Instagram or any social media platform. And when I say makeup artists, I don't mean somebody who sits at home putting makeup on themselves with the end goal being to post it on social media. I mean somebody who is doing editorial, bridal, clients daily, you know? Someone who is being paid money by someone else to do makeup on them. And then I feel like we have this whole other kind of subcategory now of makeup artists, and that is the content creator makeup artists who do makeup on clients but post it everywhere. Their content is the process of makeup, which is nice. Perhaps it's because I'm very old school when it comes to makeup artistry, but my work offline and my work online aren't similar in any way. I'm sure I would have to adapt now, as I've been doing like influencering for so long. Perhaps I would have to make an online portfolio, but as content creation is my full-time job now, you know, beats getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I also get asked a lot, asked a lot on live streams if I'll ever do makeup on models on my YouTube channel. And a lot of people don't realize that's actually how my YouTube channel started. I've mentioned this before, but as people are leaving like hate comments and nasty comments about the way the models looked, I was like, I'm not subjecting them to this when they're working for me for free. So I deleted them. But this is something you can expect a lot more now than before, is people who are working makeup artists live streaming their work, live streaming their clients. That lighting is really bad, isn't it? Escape, we're not looking at makeup. On different social media platforms, whether that be TikTok, Instagram Live, everything like this. A makeup artist recently went live on TikTok with terrible, terrible results, right? And I want to talk about this today because I want to talk about professionalism as a makeup artist. And also when people ask me what to look for in a makeup artist, this is something I would watch out for, right? An online social media presence is fine in a makeup artist, but you want to make sure, if you're paying somebody, that their social media content and the numbers of likes they get, the numbers of interactions they get through them doing your makeup is secondary to how your makeup performs and how it looks. Before we get into it, do go ahead and subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment as it helps the algorithm. If you don't know what to comment, just comment algorithm. So a Houston-based makeup artist named Cassidy Polk, who goes by MUA Cassidy on TikTok. She shows off her makeup work on TikTok, and honestly, her clients look amazing. They look happy with the results, and it also makes really good content. They had a really fun video on TikTok, and it was her and a hairstylist turn up to a client's house, and they're like, as a surprise, and we're like, we're a makeup artist, we're a hairstylist, you can't look at any of our work. Will you let us do your makeup and your hair? And you can't look at yourself until we're finished, as like a surprise. I think it's a really, really good idea. I would watch a whole series of that, like people just being surprised, being like, you can't tell us anything, you can't look at our work, just let us work on you, and they end as a surprise. And the client ends up looking absolutely incredible. That's a good social media thing, by the way. That'll make a great series. She definitely has a very particular style, very young, very modern, and you can kind of see what makeup look you're going to get when you go to see her from her social media. However, she started to get a little bit of backlash when she shared footage to TikTok of what she described as a confrontation between herself and a client. Now, the client didn't like her makeup, and it was all being live streamed on TikTok because why not, you know? So this was the post. It said, my client didn't like her makeup and got mad because I was reading the comments on live. So she's doing her client's makeup on a live stream, reading comments, going backwards and forwards, which I have something to say about anyway, but let's watch this. I'm going to react to it throughout. It'll be very interesting to know your opinions on this. Imagine you're in this client's position.
She said, is this a prank? No, this is not a prank. This is real life. I don't like it, so why does it matter? That means she has to do your entire face over. The makeup is for the client to like, not for anyone else. Everything. Exactly. Everything not for everybody, child. Can't be mad. I get my makeup done though. Like, I'm just telling you certain stuff. No, I'm talking to them. I'm telling them. No, but I'm talking to you when they talk about me, so I'm talking to you. And I'm talking back to you. Yeah, so because at the end of the day, I don't have to do anything. Because I showed you your makeup and I asked you, did you like everything? I don't like it once I seen it. I didn't like it. I showed you. You looked in the mirror on live. Baby, I showed you on live.
I showed you on live.
But you talk okay, but you got an attitude right now. You talking to me crazy. I'm trying to do whatever I can. No, you let these comments. I don't know. No, but you read them out loud. Like I'm gonna read them out loud because I can. I'm agreeing with them. I mean, at the end of the day, girl, I literally said, can't nobody be mad at you if you don't like what you don't like. It is what it is. But it's like weird. Like you making it, you doing all this hand motion, whatever. I'm telling you that I don't like. Because you just tried to talk to me crazy. That's why now I'm probably doing some hand motions now. Because now I'm getting irritated. Exactly. It's rude to read comments. Okay, and I read them.
It is rude.
Yeah. And I took up for her. That's what I said, literally. No, I was telling the comments. I don't like it, so it's like. But I told the comments they can't be mad because you don't like it. Yeah, so what you tripping about? What I'm saying, like you think you said I'm getting smart. I just told you what I did. No, you did. You got mad because I read the comments. And you reading the comments and I'm talking to you. Because I'm telling I'm talking to you. Okay, and I'm talking to them. Like, if I'm your customer, you should be talking to me. Okay, and that's why when I'm done, I show you the mirror and I say, is everything good? Do you like everything? Once I look together, that's fine. I'm not tripping. I'll let you come back in. I said I will fix it for you. But I don't have an attitude, so don't think about an attitude. Like, I don't know.
Okay, this actually makes me pretty angry because it's extremely unprofessional. I have had moments, here's the deal, right? As a makeup artist, and I firmly believe this, your investigation before you do someone's makeup should be so much so, and if you are ever having your makeup done, you need to make sure that you as a makeup artist understand exactly what the client wants. They want a red lip, okay, but what does the color red look like to them? I know that sounds really stupid, but is it that blue, like Hollywood red? Is it a muted, very subtle pink tint? You know what I mean? Because red can mean different things. They want dramatic, okay, but what's your version of dramatic? My version of dramatic is, blown out and dark and, over the top. Whereas somebody else's version of dramatic is a bit of eyeliner that looks like too dark. You know what I mean? That's quite dramatic for some people. So your investigation and your interpretation of what something looks like, the end result is going to look like, should very much match up. You check certain areas throughout the makeup process. Eyebrows. We all know we like our eyebrows a certain way, right? A very particular way. So you do that eyebrows, you check, you say, this is what I've done, you explain why you've done it, it's fine. Doesn't take that much time. It really doesn't. You check they're happy with the skin. You ask them if they want to be more tanned than they are normally. Do they like to be lighter than they are normally? People like different things, and you have to check in and you have to understand exactly what they want. Both of you have to understand exactly what you are doing to someone's face. That's the first mistake, right? Live streaming is something I wouldn't do with clients anyway, because you have people just commenting whatever they want as you're doing your client's makeup. They have paid you to do their makeup. You're interacting with the comments and all this kind of stuff. It's not good. That takes up more time than normal, and time is money for the makeup artist and the client also. It's just really inappropriate. If somebody doesn't like the makeup look you have done on them, that's your fault. I'm sorry. As the makeup artist, that is your fault. If they don't like something, you have not understood the brief. You have not understood whether you have done exactly what they said, and now they're like, oh yeah, that's not what I think. And you know in your mind, okay, this is what we discussed, but they're a paying client, they're a customer. You have to fix it. You have to do it. There's been numerous times when I've done exactly what the client wanted. We looked at a picture, we done it on the face, we checked throughout, we looked at it at the end, and you'd be like, oh, you know what? Actually, I don't like the eyeshadow under the eye. Great, we'll fix it. It's fine. You're paying me, we'll fix it. That's just how it is. Because you are a makeup artist and perhaps you have a presence online, you're not in a position of power. You don't go to a grocery store and the people that have the most followers who work there can do whatever the fuck they want. You know what I mean? You're still providing a service to someone who is paying, a paying customer, a paying client. If they weren't paying, then perhaps it's a little bit different. You're practicing at that point. You're creating content. But, and listen, I've worked in customer service a lot, and I know people can be very much wrong and the customer very much isn't always right, but that was just too much. The whole arguing backwards and forwards shouldn't be happening. You can't take it personally if somebody doesn't like what you've just done. There's been a misunderstanding somewhere then. Okay, then we have a little clip of like after the confrontation, after it's calmed down a little bit. I just want to say, okay, so I'm looking at this lady's face who has an incredible face for makeup. For me, it's the brows, the liner, and the lip shape. I can't quite put my finger on it, but perhaps the brows are almost too thick and slopey, whereas they could have a little bit more structure to them. The eye shape isn't the best either. When she looks up, you can see that they perhaps need to be pulled out slightly, and the lip shape isn't perfected. But let's see what happened after the confrontation.
Oh, I'm just not gonna read no comments, okay, y'all?
Yeah, she shouldn't be.
This whole time I was in here, you didn't like reading comments from me. Because nobody was really commenting. They commented because they just heard what happened and everybody was like, you know, like what anybody would be like.
No, but I'm just telling you, don't think that I got an attitude with you. I don't have it.
No, it's just the way you had said it to me. I'm like, girl, I can read comments, like, you know, I'm like, you mad? And I'm not talking shit about you. I
have to say though, if you're sitting there reading comments from people, especially on TikTok, have you ever done a TikTok live? Trolls. They're going to say some shit. They're going to say some stupid crap. I have to, again, I just want to touch on the eye shape as well. This lady has very rounded eyes, which are quite nice, but it would be nice to pull them outwards a little bit, especially because she started a lot of makeup on the inside corner here. It'd be nice to pull that eye shape out a little bit, but there's no point in arguing with your client like this.
I give my best, and whatever you don't like, I just got to try to change it. That's, everyone got to wear the makeup at the end of the day.
Exactly. That was it though. It was the blush and then the eyebrows. I feel like they was too dark.
Yeah.
It's not like you like big overlined.
No, I get what you mean. I don't have my normal lighter ash brown like eyebrow pencil that I would use, so I had to use like my brown pomade, and it is darker.
And she's fixing it. So what was the big deal? So I kind of want to. On this point, I was really interested to see what the client had to say about this situation, because she does seem really angry. But here's the thing, right? When you have something like your hair done and it's incorrect, or your makeup done and it's incorrect for an event, it's kind of like, oh shit, this is like an event, I'm paying for this and I hate it. It's a really horrible feeling. I mean, lucky it does just come off, but again, as a makeup artist, you could, you know, simmer down that situation and be like, listen, we can correct this. This is absolutely fine. No need to panic. Be the professional and tell your client, this is how we're going to fix it. This is what we need to do. I can see how you're feeling that way. That's all you have to do. That's all. You can still be the professional and still be the one, you know, in charge of the situation if your client isn't happy. This chair is doing my head in. The client, who is on TikTok as Niara Monet, I want to say, only had one post, and it was in response to this situation.
All right, y'all. Now that I'm back home, let me tell y'all how I went to Houston for my birthday. And I wanted my makeup done. I was looking for about 2 weeks for a makeup artist down there. So I came across this girl, and I thought she did pretty decent makeup. And my cousin wanted her makeup as well done. So I told her to book us for a soft glam. So we booked the appointment, and the day of my birthday, she called him.
Okay, I just want to say right there, soft glam, again, is different to everyone. To me, I wouldn't describe this as soft glam. So things that make it softer would be softer brows, a softer eye, or a softer lip. If you're doing a soft glam, you're kind of taking advantage more of shapes, for eye shape, for brow shape, but keeping it soft with muted tones and things like that. But again, that's what soft glam means to me. If you're used to wearing full-on black eye makeup, black lipstick every day, a soft glam to you might be blue. You know what I mean?
Like, she ain't have no more lashes. But thank God I had extensions and my cousin had her own lashes. So we arrived to our appointment and whatever. She still was doing a girl before me makeup. So my appointment was at 1. So mind you, she never called us in. She never called me in until about 1:20 something.
See, now this makes me think. Listen, doing someone's makeup can take time, and you can absolutely overrun on time. But for adding reading comments to that from a live stream is going to add even more time. It's going to make you even more behind. It's a level of you should be 100% of your focus should be on your client, looking at the makeup, taking a step back, looking at it. Shouldn't be reading the comments and be like, yeah, we're having a great day. Back to the make, you know what I mean?
Got in there, I told her it was my birthday, whatever, and I told her what color I was wearing. I told her I was wearing silver, and I was thinking about a new lip or a red lip, or ombre lip. I really wanted an ombre lip because I thought that was cute. All right, so she continued to do my makeup. So she passed me the mirror when she was done. I seen it, but y'all know how makeup look different when you behind like that LED light. It looked totally different. So I went out to natural lighting and I felt like a ghost. My eyebrows was too dark. My lip was terrible. And this looked crazy. The blush was like, ew. I ain't like it at all. Oh, wait, y'all. I forgot a part. When I first walked in, she was like putting on live. So I'm like, oh, wait. Like, I'm not really like a social media person or nothing.
So wait. So that she wasn't told that they were going to be on a live stream. Here's the deal as well. If you're having your makeup done, for a lot of people, it's a chance to be pampered and relaxed. The last thing I want to do, especially if you're not a social media person, is sit on a live stream where you know people are going to make comments about the way you look, your appearance, especially because you're having your makeup done. I don't think that's very professional at all.
I don't like attention. She was like, you'll be fine. So I just let her rock. All right, wait, so go back to the story. So when I went outside, my eyebrows was like lines through them. Like they wasn't like filled in. First of all, they was just too dark. Like everything just was ugly. All right, so yeah, I went back in. I told her I didn't like that makeup. I told her the things that I didn't like: the eyebrows, the lip, and the blush. So like we had a little confrontational. It was a little confrontational. So I told her like, so as I'm telling her I don't like my makeup, she like reading TikTok comments. Like I felt like that was very unprofessional because if I'm telling you that I don't like my makeup, you should be like really focused on your client, not 100%. TikTok reading comments. That was very unprofessional. So yeah, she did fix my makeup, like my cheeks and whatever. She tried to like fix my eyebrows and stuff, but I still didn't like it. Like I just felt like it was too much makeup. And she did say that I had good skin, so I'm just confused why she put much makeup on my face. So yeah, now she got this whole video on her page, me going viral. So I want y'all to tell me if I was wrong.
Oh no, I didn't see it. Okay. It is so true what she said about the lighting, right? This is why you can't just have Instagram lighting or social media lighting. So if I'm doing a client's makeup, right, and we don't have the blessing, being in England, of great natural lighting, perhaps it's 1:00 p.m, but outside is acting like it's 10 at night and it's really dark and cloudy, you need a light that switches between white and yellow and mixed, because I don't know if you've ever been in a position where you are doing your eyebrows, for example, in white lighting, you switch to yellow and suddenly you can't see some of the details. So you need to fill in those details in yellow lighting, switch back to the white, and vice versa. You don't have to, but it's a good idea to do. It's a good idea to, because we can see from this picture here, under that studio lighting where those brows looked thick and perfectly done to the artist, we have gaps. It's uneven. The lashes look dusty where there's been powder involved and perhaps we haven't gone back over with some mascara. The skin is heavy, the lip line is uneven. And this individual, I want to say Nyara, but I'm dyslexic so I can't read anything right, has a great face, I hate saying it, great face for makeup, meaning she has space between her eyelid and her eyebrows, beautiful skin, amazing lips. Just the face shape is if you are a makeup artist and your client walks in and looks like her, you'll be like, oh great, this is going to be easy. But this is a lot, and it really is the difference between what you see online versus real life. A lot of makeup artists nowadays that have these makeup studios and makeup academies only do Instagrammable makeup. They don't think about how it looks in real life. So I don't want you to just hear it from me, right? Because I know some people be like, yeah, but you know, she chose for artists and she went to her. But if you look at her skin in this picture versus how her skin looked in this video and versus how all her other clients look, it is different. There is a huge difference. Let me show you some other professionals talking about it. This is at Life Coach Sean on TikTok. I believe her name's Shonda.
Not everyone who sits down in your chair to have a service provided, whether it be lash extensions, their nails done, their hair done, their makeup done, wants to be content for you and your page or your channel. Once this woman started expressing to you that she wasn't happy with her makeup, that you didn't just cut the live, if you can't take criticism, then you can't work in a field where you have to take somebody's judgment on your services. The client is responding to the comments that you're reading out to her. Then you're going to say, well, they wasn't talking to you. She's like, well, they're talking about me, so I'm going to answer. This is the lack of professionalism that some people complain about. Just because you can do hair well, or nails well, or that you can do makeup well, doesn't mean that you have what it takes to run and or start a business. Even with her not liking the makeup initially, had you cut the live and said, what can we do to fix it, or what don't you like, or whatever, you could have probably saved it, and that customer could have been a still repeat customer. But the fact that you just got an attitude with her, and wouldn't immediately stop the live and figure out how you can make the situation better, she would never come back. Not only that, but the people in the comment section and the people who saw this live saw how you conduct business, and now you're losing out on those potential clients. So was it even worth it?
100%. When as soon as that they were like, I don't like your content, you'd be like, wrapping up the live, done. Let's focus on getting you fixed, so exactly what you want. Even if you have to take off a brows, take off a lip, there's a way to do it. Again, been there, done that. So I really want to show you this one as well. From Peace Slays is the username, but this individual also owns their own makeup line called Slay Ready Cosmetics. So knows about a business, knows about professionalism.
So as a master MUA and also a business owner in the cosmetics industry, I feel like I can speak on this, okay? I hope that you'll take something from me. I did get out your live and I saw what was going on, but I'm still going to say what I got to say, right? Number one thing that I noticed was that the client was very uncomfortable. And as a professional or non-professional, when dealing with customers, period, right? It is your job to notice that. I'm not going to lie to you. What I would have done with that customer on live is said, hey, you guys on the live, I really love y'all. I'm going to see y'all later, but let me make sure that my customer leaves here happy, right? And I would have tended to her, because now it's like you and the live versus her, which you never want that when it comes to the person that's actually putting money in your pocket. Another thing is your client noticed that she didn't like her makeup when she left, because makeup looks different in the natural light. So typically when I have a client, I will show my clients their look under the light, but I'll also walk them out and show them their makeup outside in the natural light, whether it be a mirror or my phone. And the last thing is this. Whenever you're in this industry, right? In this industry is very difficult, like especially just any industry when you have to service people, right? You have to be very, very patient, right? But also you have to learn how to take your emotions out of your work, which that's probably the most difficult thing to do, because as a creator, your work is everything, right? So you want to do the best work that you can, but realize that you're dealing with human beings. Not everyone's going to like it. When people do a review on, say, my product or something, if they say something and I'm like, wait, what the hell? I don't ever make a video or speak to that person directly and say, like, you can't even say this, because that person is still my customer, still my client, and they still have a voice. So I look at the mirror at that moment. Like, you just can't act emotionally when it comes to this stuff, man. So it's my opinion that I feel like you got embarrassed. This woman told the world that she didn't like your makeup because you had her on live, right? And I feel like you acted emotionally based on the fact that you might have been embarrassed. I'm not putting anything on you because you may not have been embarrassed, right? Just giving you my opinion. But it is also my opinion that you're wrong. And the only way to make that right is, for one, delete the video. 2, apologize to your customer, I hope. And 3, apologize as loud as the disrespect, because that was disrespectful. And I know that woman is embarrassed, and she was very calm, just to be honest with you. But when the emotions take over, it's kind of hard to see that in that moment. So I hope you take this and have an amazing day, everybody.
Couldn't agree more. And this is the thing as well. You know what? It's fine to think how the makeup artist was thinking in that live stream in your head. Because there's been times where I've done, for example, something dark like this under someone's eye, and we've discussed it, and I said it will be quite dark, but the benefit of having it is going to make your eyes look a little bit bigger. And then it gets to it and I'm like, oh, I don't like it. And in my head, I'm like, well, we discussed this. We said, but out loud, I'm like, you know what? It's fine. Let's fix this. It's easy to fix. Because you're the makeup artist, right? So it's fine to have those thoughts in your head about complaining to yourself in your head. We all do it. If you've worked in customer service, you've spoken to a customer who's an absolute asshole, where you're just like, you know what? I literally just want to tear your face off. But I'm professional and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to let my anger get the better of me. But they are absolutely right. I do think it's a very human reaction to create something on somebody and them not like it after you've worked so hard on it, and they're talking about your artistry. But art is subjective, right? Yes, there are rules, and I'm say there's no rules to makeup. Theories, as we like to say in makeup. So there are things that do and don't work. But descriptive words, artistry, art is subjective. Everyone loves the Mona Lisa. I think it's boring as fuck. You know what I mean? But for some reason, it's worth millions or billions. You know what I mean? It's subjective, and somebody might be like, music. There's music is subjective. Me as a person, you might like me, you might hate me. Everybody has different opinions, and it's okay to have those opinions. But when it comes to you providing a service, we need to understand how we don't get to the hate part. You know what I mean? Okay, I would love to know your opinions on this, because I think it will be very two-sided. I've left the links to everyone's profiles down below in the description box. You can watch the whole situation pan out if you want to. Do consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.